Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second series in our webinar series for Box It Now, the all-in-one product consumer packaging marketplace. Today, we're going to actually show you how to resize a box, so hang tight. The session will start in about 30 seconds. Welcome back. My name is Kerry Drake. I'm your host today, and today's session we're really going to focus on some of the inner workings of the abilities of Box It Now. And for you non-traditional designers out there, you're actually going to learn how to go about taking a carton design or a box design and reshaping it to your desired shape or your format. So for all you're familiar with the site, we're at www.boxitnow.com. Come up, sign up. For you paying users, if you want to follow along, feel free. So we're going to go ahead and log into the system. And first thing we're going to see is our category section. And from previous webinars, we've mentioned to you that we have over 170 different box styles relative in Box It Now. And every week we continue to add more and more to the system. So once you select a style, you can quickly roll through the different styles and everything from shipping containers to traditional retail boxes to floor standing displays. For a lot of you who work in the consumer side, even club store trays, packaging materials, any kind of mailers, folders, anything that might be pertinent. Again, this is typically what a professional designer would see going into their system to use to go create a design. So basically, let's go choose a style in what we call our tuck carton category. Oops. Let me log in. Okay, so you'll see right away we make it very simple and easy for those who are not familiar with the traditional styles to be able to go in and kind of get an idea what some of these styles are called in the industry out there. So let's grab the pizza box and we'll go into what we call our studio view. So just a little heads up on the way that packaging is traditionally designed. I'm not going to go too far into the technical side, but by industry standards, literally boxes are designed by what we call the inside dimensions. And the inside dimensions are that measurement between the interior, the maximum length, width, and depth of that carton to hold your product. So in Box It Now, basically an ideation tool to get information very quickly to those key people that need to either get a quote, a prototype, or kind of go to market with more information they normally have. We can come right into the engine here and start playing with the ability to actually resize the carton. Over on your right here, you'll see a couple pull downs. Typically, for a lot of you that aren't familiar with conversions of dimensions, we provide a little conversion chart here for you. So if somebody says, you know, that a carton's 12 1/8 inches, it's going to be 12.125 in our little resizing engine. You can close that down anytime you want. The first thing we do is ask you what kind of material you want to use or to make the box out of. Or for you non-professionals out there, we've got many, many options. These styles here in the paperboard category are basically folding carton substrates. When I say substrate, I mean the actual thickness of the material. A traditional box or a shipping container is usually 200-pound beef flute. So we'll start with that today. So the first thing we want to do, again, if we're setting in front of our product that we want to actually put in place or put in the carton, we take some dimensions. So let's say we've got a cheesecake that we want to stick in this box. So we can go measure the cheesecake. Roughly, we know it's going to be about 12 1/4 inches by 12 1/4. It is round. And then a total depth of about 6.5 inches. So it's a pretty thick cake. So we've entered those dimensions. And again, as the industry typically responds to what we call length, width, and depth. So the first dimension is the length of the box, the width, being from front to back, and the depth, actually the thickness of the material. So with Box It Now, we've made it extremely simple to go actually create your new redesign. So we click resize, and bam, there we are, the new design of the package. Now remember, in Box It Now, I have the ability to fold, unfold the box, spin and rotate it, zoom it. And again, this is a tremendous capability for a lot of you who work in the industry out there. Normally you get a style or a design from a supplier, either in the form of a traditional sample or a CAD drawing that looks like this, that's completely flat. So the cool thing we've just done is Box It Now just created multiple files that are usable, including, as we mentioned, this CAD drawing that can be used for quotations or whatever you might want actually to use to cut a sample or create a mock-up. Our studio view then, as you remember, is where we apply the graphics. So within that one click, we've actually just come up and created a full-size drawing with all the parameters and all the dimensions that we need, or a supplier or a manufacturer would need to produce these boxes. So you'll notice in the design here, the dimensions are very simple to see. These green lines here indicate areas where the box is actually going to be scored or folded. And these exterior lines are actual lines that where a knife will come in and actually cut that shape out of the carton or the blank size to produce that box. Now, for a lot of you that deal in the industry, again, this is a process that's really only done by a traditional designer, but we've expedited that and made it very simple for you in the process. For you pros out there, we actually include an advanced area where you can add those technical data if you want to get really technical about the design. Our goal here, again, is to come up with a very quick relative sample or a style or information that you can provide to your supplier or to your end user to actually give you a quote. So they're able to go in and do this very quickly while you're in your meeting or whatever, to be able to quickly come in and assume this information. So you'll notice here that we've gone to great lengths to try to make this quite accurate. If any of you have ever picked up a piece of corrugated, you know that there are flutes that are in the box. So you can see there's extreme detail here in the flute. If we were to go in here and actually change the material thicknesses, and the way this kind of works is the paperboard is a single ply piece of material. So let's go change it to 14 point, which is basically a single layer, and I'll resize it. And you can see now the box is actually reflecting a single dimension and not a layered, three-piece layered box where the flutes are showing. So extreme realism here in the process. And don't forget, resizing a box can be simple. You can also come back and let's kind of go back in our categories again. Again, a lot of you might just be dealing with simple shipping containers. This is what we call an RSC, a regular slotted container. And probably 90% of the boxes that you would get in the mail through a retail catalog or company look just like this. But again, if you're in the mood, when to process something, need to ship it, you can quickly come in here, put your dimensions in. Let's make a cube here, do resize. And within that one instance now, you have everything you need to go submit out to your supplier. And remember, for those who have seen the overview, click sharing files, then enables you to go email all this data. And within that one click, obviously the creation of several files that the industry considers industry standard. There's a cutting table file, and for you graphic users out there, a full-size die line that can be downloaded so you can apply your graphics. Don't forget, for you folks in the audience who apply graphics, we allow the users to come in, add their own graphics to the system, basically come in and drag and drop whatever aspects of that graphic to the box and see it in 3D. Again, sizing a box, extremely simple. We have several views available. If you've got a design that you would like to see added to Box It Now, we're adding several categories every month. Soon we've got a beverage category coming up for wine carriers, beer carriers, that kind of thing. If you've got anything you'd like to add to the engine, please let us know. You can come to the website, and at the bottom of the page here, we have an area called Send Us a Message. You can enter your name, your contact information, and please feel free to share any unique designs that you might feel that would be important for you to have in your asset library. Again, as we mentioned earlier, Box It Now, the affordable solution, an easy $60 a month on your credit card gives you full access to the entire system, unlimited access, as many designs as you want to upload, resize, change size, export dimensions, graphics, whatever. It's a real phenomenal bargain out there for you, especially for you folks that deal with the packaging industry every day. Again, thanks for your time today. If you've got a company who's got further interest in Box It Now, don't forget our Enterprise Edition. So if you would like to brand Box It Now on your behalf, customize it in any way, we can certainly make that available to you. Again, my name is Kerry Drake. Thanks for joining us today. And don't forget to subscribe to our webinar series, and we'll keep going, keep you guys up to date with the technology, and we hope you enjoy the product. Have a good day.